What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamly? JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About. For the initiated in this long discussion series I've been doing on my channel for nearly 9 to 10 years, this has been my periodic discussion series looking at the past, present, and future of Jamiroquai and their now over 32 years of musical and influential making. Now, this episode, much like the last episode of the tour rumor that came out for 2025 about a reported rumor of a Latin American tour, which ultimately turned out to be a bit of a miscommunication by a Twitter account that just ran with the story and didn't check the information that they get. This episode of JamiroFan Talks About is going to be discussing yet another tour rumor that has come out, and please bear aware this is more of a speculative rumor that it's an eye of the beholder kind of story, but I'll give you a little bit of context. Now, anybody who's been very active on my YouTube channel and been watching my content, I try not to report a lot of tour rumors, okay? At least basically in the realm of rumor without some kind of evidence. Now, as previously discussed here on JamiroFan Talks About, we recently had a rumor coming out of Twitter X of a media website down in Latin America reporting that Jamiroquai was rhetorically in negotiations to do a Latin America tour leg for the calendar year 2025. Now, I know for a fact that the band had confirmed to me, or their management had confirmed to me, that Jamiroquai did not have any intended tour dates because they were going to spend a great majority of 2025 in the studio, at least in the recording process, to get the album done and ready for the rather lengthy mixing process, which I believe is going to transpire through a good amount of spring and summer of 2025, but I digress. This new rumor came out, was reported by a member of the family over on Facebook, out of the country of Chile down in South America. Now, Jamiroquai and Chile do have a history. Jamiroquai did, during the Rock Dust Lifestar tour, as noted to me several videos ago, that Jamiroquai had done some warm-up gigs down in South America prior to the release of Rock Dust Lifestar back in 2010. Now, as I discussed in my other video talking about that Latin American tour rumor for 2025, which turned out to be intended for 2026, this new tour rumor came out of a Chilean festival Instagram account, and massive thanks to the members of the Jamly on Facebook who reported this, of basically a page called, I believe it's called Chile Festivals, basically hinting at potential artists that were going to be potentially coming to the Chile region on tour in either sometime the mid to late part of 2025. Now, some of these tour promoters like to promote these artists, or at least highlight these potential artists, by putting their names with little gaps to raise the hype and raise the possibility of some of everyone's favorite pop artists coming to the country of Chile potential tour. Now, there are two listings for, I believe, September or late third quarter of 2025 on this Chilean website that kind of hints. And like I said, this is something that's more of eye of the beholder rather than Jamiroquai being printed right there and you can go buy it, okay? So they have got two listings so far for third quarter 2025 and September of 2025 for potentially, like I said, it's an eye of the beholder thing. If you look at a word that's missing letters and you see letters that are reminiscent of the spelling Jamiroquai, in this case, there's a J and a Q there and an O, people are letting their imaginations run off into wild directions and are assuming that Jamiroquai will be announced for potentially a tour date for Chile this calendar year 2025. But like I said, as I did with the Latin American 2025 tour leg rumor earlier, or a few weeks ago, I did get in touch with my contact at Jamiroquai HQ to confirm this, and it turned out to be a miscommunication. I am not saying that this new rumor, and yes, this is still a rumor, it is eye of the beholder. You can actually see a listing of this at the Festival Chile Festivales Instagram account, which is a link I will provide down in the description area of this episode of JamiroFan Talks About down below, so you can see for yourself. Unless they actually update another post to say Jamiroquai, this is still a tour rumor, and I'm sorry, but common sense dictates to me, and given this last rumor being misinterpreted, I'm not saying that these Chilean promoters aren't possibly talking to Jamiroquai's management for a potential tour date, but the high likelihood of Jamiroquai going down to South America in 2025 is very, very low. But anything can happen. But like I said, it is an eye of the beholder perception right now, and this is still a major tour rumor. If they had listed Jamiroquai on here, then I would be following the proper procedure of confirmation and clarification by getting in touch with Jamiroquai HQ. But in this instance, bands. This is just names of bands with a percentage of possibility that they're talking to promoters, and they're just blackening out or whitening out the letters and the names of the potential artists that could be going to Chile in 2025 for a tour. So once things change where it literally says Jamiroquai, then I will certainly do a future episode here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel to clarify and reconfirm. But for the time being, if you'd like to see this post that I'm talking about in this episode of JamiroFan Talks About by yourself, as I said aforementionedly, I will put that link down to that Carnival Fest Chile Festival's Instagram account down in the description area of this episode of JamiroFan Talks About down below. And it's not my intention in this episode of JamiroFan Talks About to get everybody down in South America and Latin America prematurely excited. But like everything we consume off the internet, we have to take everything that we see with a grain of salt unless it says Jamiroquai. And if it's just a white out, blotched out name of an artist with a possibility of some certain time of the year they're going to tour here, until I see Jamiroquai or I see some announcement from Jamiroquai of a potential tour date down South America, you've got to take this with a grain of salt. So just take it with caution. I just thought, given that this is a bit of a new conversation topic, at least in the online jam lead I saw, I thought this justified an episode of JamiroFan Talks About to, clarify it a little bit further. But like I said, if things change and Jamiroquai gets announced for some type of South American tour in 2025, I will cover it on a future video here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. Thank you again for watching JamiroFan Talks About. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and ding the bell to stay up to date on all the new content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I will fully endeavor to keep bringing you all the latest news and all the newest information when it becomes available. And if you feel like reaching out, please feel free to leave a YouTube comment or whatever episode or video I uploaded on my YouTube that tickled your fancy or you enjoyed. I love to reach out to other fans. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai related content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye bye, everybody. Take care. Thank you again all for the support, and I'll see you around.